What should we be looking for this ACC football weekend? I'm Jeff Fischel with Riley Skinner. Two big ACC Big East matchups. South Florida hosts Florida State, and it's Virginia Tech at FedEx Field against Cincinnati. Riley, first the Noles, coming off the big wins against Clemson. What are you expecting from them this Saturday?
I'm expecting them to look very similar to what they looked like last Saturday against Clemson. There's been now more E.J. Manuel Heisman talk, which there should be. He played exceptionally well, and he needed that statement game to put him in the conversation on national television, which he got. But what he's going to have to do is continue to put up these numbers. And it's games like this against South Florida. You've got to come out and establish your dominance early on as a quarterback and let people know, look, I'm in control of this game, and we're going to come in and put up big numbers on you because we're that good.
Right now, ESPN and CBS both have him as the number 2 Heisman pick behind only Geno Smith. He had a huge game against Clemson. Meanwhile, Virginia Tech goes to FedEx Field to take on Cincinnati. This is a game where the Hokies really need to be careful.
Well, it scares me a little bit that this could potentially, I'm not saying it is, could potentially be a trap game. And here's why. Virginia Tech, again, continues to start slow in the first quarter. They did it last week against Bowling Green, had a great last 3 quarters, but they're not going to have their home field advantage playing at FedEx Field. And this is a Cincinnati team, surprisingly, has beat Pitt. And what happened to Virginia Tech last week? Got beat by Pitt. So this is a good team that they cannot overlook, and they're going to have to show up from quarter 1 to quarter 4, not the last 3. And I put that on Logan Thomas, but I was really glad to see Virginia Tech's defense pick it up last week and shut out Bowling Green.
You did mention the slow start, but at least the running game looked much better last week against Bowling Green. All right, one other game that we really need to take a look at, potential quarterback controversy at Virginia, the Cavs taking on Louisiana Tech.
Listen, I was the biggest Michael Rocco advocate at the beginning of the year, and I continue to be throughout the weeks, but last week it was an eye-opener for me and I think a lot of Cav fans because Michael Rocco came out and laid an egg against TCU with 2 interceptions, only 46% completion, and the only question is, enter Phillip Sims now. They play a Louisiana Tech team that you cannot overlook. They're 3-0 in the WAC and a very, very good football team. So if Michael Rocco doesn't show up early on in a play like he did at the end of last year, beginning of this year, I will not be surprised if we see Phillip Sims walk on that field and start playing quarterback.
Mike London will have some decisions to make for sure. All right, with Riley Skinner, I'm Jeff Fischel. You're watching the ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday.